Welcome back everyone to DIY December Day 11, my series where I show you all of my DIY tips and tricks in a budget-friendly way. For today's tutorial, we are going to go through how I made these name cards with printing templates. For our wedding, I did not use them for seating arrangements. I actually used them for our memorial table. It was very important to me that all the guests knew all the loved ones that we had lost, that we wished were there, so that was something I really wanted to incorporate and just show who each person was to me and my husband. So whether you want to use it for this reason or for seating arrangements, you can go ahead and follow along with me. First up, we're going to open up Canva and we are going to create our custom design at 11 by 8.5 inches. This is just standard printer paper. Once you select create a new design, it should appear just like this. Then we are going to come over to the left hand side and click the elements tab and then select the square shape. Come up to the top and then we're just going to change the color. I just put no fill, but you can also put white. It doesn't matter which one. And then we're going to change the border weight to just 1 because we just want a thin outline for when we go to cut these. Next thing you want to do is customize this shape to exactly the dimensions you want. So when you have that selected, go to the top and click position. You'll see on the left hand side this pops open for you, and I like to make these 3.5 by 4 inches. I'm pretty sure this is standard size for name cards, but if you want to change it up, by all means go ahead. You just might not be able to fit as many as I am. Now it's time to add in our text. If you go back over to the left side, you'll see a text tool, and then we are going to add a text box. The font I ended up going with for the names is called Luxes. Now if you're a pro Canva member, you will be able to use this font, but if you're not, unfortunately you do have to upgrade to use it. If you're not looking to upgrade, there's plenty of other fonts you can use from. Just don't choose one with a crown next to it. Now we're going to go ahead and bring our text into the box, and as you could see, the little guides popped up for me, so I knew it was exactly center. Then I'm just going to change out the text to the name that I want in there, and since I have a bit of wiggle room, I'm just going to scale this up a bit so it fills out more of that card for me. Now something to note with this is the placement. You can see as I slide the text up, it stops me right where the center is, so I kind of want to keep it in that bottom half. So yes, this part is a trial and error thing. If you want it perfectly centered, I do have the template available on my Etsy, but if you're doing this on your own, just try to eyeball it as best as you can. Now if you remember my original design, I did have a line just dividing up my text. So if you go back to the left hand side and you click on elements, you could type in line and then grab a free one from there. Once you click the one you want, it does drop in for you, and then I like to change my weight of this to 1 just so it's a nice dainty line. And I scaled this down a bit because it was a bit long, and then I added it right into the middle of my name card. As you can see, my guide popped up for me. Now that we have that in there, we just need to add in that bottom text. Again, going on the left hand side, we're going to select our text and then drop in another text box. The font I ended up going with this one, it's called Montserrat. It is a free font, so whether you're a pro member or not, you should be good to use this. Then again, I am just changing this to the exact text I want written, and then I am also changing my size to fit perfectly underneath that underline. All right, now take a deep breath because that was the hardest part, I promise. So what you need to do next is group this. So we're going to click and drag over all of the layers, and we're going to click that group button that pops up. Then right after, select the duplicate button, and you want to keep hitting that button until you have 6 of these. If you stuck with the same size as me, you should be able to fit 6 perfectly. Then I'm just going to go ahead and move these around my canvas to the point where they're not touching or overlapping each other. Once you have that, click and drag over that top layer so you have the top 3 selected. Go back to the top and click position, and then we want to align these horizontally. Now I'm looking at this and I kind of want a little bit more breathing room in between each of them, so I'm kind of separating the outside ones out a little bit, and then I'm going to go back in, highlight these all again, and then do my horizontal alignment once again. Now just by looking at this, I feel a lot better about it, and now the ones underneath, I am just going to go ahead and do exactly as the guides match me up to do, so then I have it perfectly aligned with the ones on top. And just because I'm a perfectionist, I'm just going to highlight the bottom ones, and I'm going to do that horizontal alignment once again just to make sure everything is squared away and perfectly placed. And then if you are a super perfectionist just like me, you want to highlight this whole thing and you want to click and drag until you see both the guides pop up. That assures you everything is centered and then all your margins are equal. Now you have your perfectly set up name card sheet and you are ready to go ahead and customize all of these. Now if you need to create more than 6 of these, you can go to that top right button that I am on and then hit duplicate page, and you will get the same exact sheet on the second page. You can do this as many times as you want, and then you can go ahead and customize those as well, and then you are good to go. Once those are customized and ready, go to the top right and then click share, and then I save these out as a PDF, and then it will save all those pages all together for you. Make sure you're selecting the PDF option that is best for print and not for email. It just comes out a lot better as far as the quality. Then once you go ahead and click download, it should pop up with a nice preview for you to look over all of your work and make sure everything is good to go before you print. Also, before you print, make sure you're loading in your good cardstock paper. For all of my designs, I always go with the shimmer cardstock. I absolutely love the quality of it and the shimmer effect it has when it hits the sunlight. If you love it too, make sure you check out my Amazon storefront. And once you got that all printed, go ahead and use your guides to slice away. And here's just a shot so you guys could appreciate the shimmer cardstock as much as I do. Then the only thing you have left to do is to fold it in half so it is able to stand on its own. And to make sure it's really flattened, I always use this pen technique where I just run along the outside side, and then it gives a nice flat edge. And voila, there is your name card. The great part about DIYing these is not only do you save money, but also consider the fact that things change all the time. You might need to add a few people in, and that gives you the ability to change it on your own time. Also, a quick note, if you guys do love this design and you don't want to go through the whole process of setting this up on your own through Canva, you can go ahead and look on my Etsy shop because I do have it available for purchase. And that is all I got for you guys today. If you want more DIY tips and tricks, make sure you're following along. Bye.